You are now listening to the Full Sport Press podcast, featuring hosts Jay Hove, Jeff, and Weezy. Please enjoy the show.
Greetings and salutations. I would like to welcome everybody back, and some of you for the first time, to the Full Sport Press podcast, the premier sports podcast for the consummate sports fan. This is your one-stop shop for all sports-related news and topics. I'm Jay Hove.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
Weezy in the building. Say what's up, Weezy.
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
It's funny, man.
Everything's funny.
Yeah, for sure. PTO time getting used up.
Yeah, you earned it.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Most
You
definitely.
can't take that from me, Joe. I swear you can't. You can't take that from me. C might not be here, but he can't take that.
Right? C might be gone.
I gotta work super hard, man.
How's everybody's week, man?
It's pretty good.
Week was great.
It was great. That's what's up, man. What we got up on the show today, Weezy?
Oh, man, today we are going on the other side of the football, baby, and doing our part 3 of the NFL Top 7 series. Defensive Linemen and Linebackers. FSP style.
For sure.
Always. FSP style.
You better know it. Yeah. Better than believe it. Let's kick off with best of the week, Weezy. What you got for best of the week?
Oh, my best of the week was Mookie Betts hitting for the cycle, man.
Yeah.
First player in the baseball to do it this year.
For sure, man. Mookie Betts, Overton High School.
Shout out to it.
Yeah, most definitely. What about you, Jeff? What's your best of the week?
Tour, man. High school jamborees this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
My coach, Cliff coach,
Really?
you know.
Jamboree.
They hosted the jamboree. They hosted it.
Yeah, hosting it. Did they win?
They hosted it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's your best week and they didn't even win. They didn't even win.
I'm just having high school football.
Most
I'll
definitely.
take a joke now. I'll take a joke.
I can always take a joke, baby.
Yeah, for sure. My best of the week, man. Hard Knocks is back.
Yeah,
Get my boy Juice. Finally getting the credit he deserves.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Bless him.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta bless him out there, for sure. I think Hard Knocks is the best sports reality TV show of all time. Yeah.
What else is out there? Like the match up today.
That's a bunch of stuff that comes on like ESPN.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's an Elite 11. There's
E60's hard though.
yeah. You can't watch E60s all the time. Make you cry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh man, tears.
Yeah,
right
for
there.
real.
Most definitely.
For real.
I wish the NBA had the equivalent of a Hard Knock.
Man, the Lakers this year, they need to do it with the Lakers team this year right now.
I was talking to Animal Brown about this. He was saying, well, maybe they don't have a lot of drama going into the season because you pretty much know what's going on. Yeah, but there's always drama in sports, though.
Come on. The Lakers this year?
Behind the scenes.
Come on.
Oh, it'll be good.
Yeah.
For sure. What's your worst of the week, Jeff?
Man, this is how washed I am, right?
Mhm.
So I saw this on Instagram last night. Charlamagne the God posted. Did Kylie Watson make it to the NBA after Georgetown? I sat up for it 2 hours debating this. That's how washed I am right now.
Well, Kylie Watson makes my NBA 2K every year. So in my eyes, he does. Shout out to 2K.
You know where he's from, right? Up above the rim.
Yeah.
He didn't know until you said
Yeah,
that.
right. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Look, I promise you, we could have rewinded right then, and I'd be like, Jeff, don't say what movies from.
Yeah.
You'd have been like, because he said, yeah.
I never said any of that.
Cameraman, did he not? Am I lying?
Yeah, you lying because I'm sitting right here. I didn't say any of that.
What's your worst of the week, Jim?
What show was the week?
Power being trash. I can't.
Really?
Yeah, I'm done with
with
Power. Yeah, I'm done with it. No longer watching. Shout out to Coach Locke. He told me it was good this week. I don't give a damn. The damage is done. I'm out. Quick. I'm done.
Quick drum and grub.
Nah, dead ass. Man, come on.
The last 3 weeks have bounced back.
I'm done. I'm done. I put all that time into it. I ain't never watched another episode. Just ain't for me.
That's real.
I'm done.
I've been telling you that. But
I ain't out of there yet, pause. But
I'm gone.
dang.
Yeah, man. Oh, I don't care.
my worst of the week was it's 300,000 pounds of rat meat being sold in the U.S. That's boneless chicken wings. For real. Y'all laughing.
What
All right.
establishment is doing this, Weezy?
Hey, they out here. They out here.
I ain't gonna lie.
They out here. I'm trying to tell you. Now, I don't eat boneless
That
wings.
should have been in case you missed it right there.
Dang, bro, that's tough.
Nah, I need to say that first. You need to hear that.
It should have been said 300,000.
Y'all haven't seen that?
I don't really bang with bones.
Bones,
Nah, I eat all my wings got bones in
It's
them.
a bone in, flats.
I eat all
I ain't
get bullshit like
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
Shout out to all flats people in the world.
All flats, yeah, they out
You're
here.
different kind.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
Make sure you check us out on iTunes, Facebook, Instagram, Google Play, Stitcher, Beyond Pod, YouTube, and of course the SoundCloud page. To catch up on the full archive of past episodes of FSP, just simply search Full Sport Press Podcast. And after you do that, check out the On That TV Hip Hop Podcast with Animal Brown and Spike Lee each and every Wednesday. This week's show is the Astro World Stay Dangerous album review episode. You guys check that out.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to the guys on that TV. Yeah, yeah.
That didn't sound too confident at all. I'm just trying to say.
No, I'm just telling you, I checked it out. This is the thing.
Look, hey V, he didn't check that episode out. Now I'm gonna keep it real. I ain't listened to it, but he lying. I checked it out.
This is the thing. Yeah. I was gonna talk about the actual albums,
Okay.
which Weezy isn't listening to either one of them.
Right.
I think the Astro World is getting a lot
of pub, a lot of hype.
A lot of hype. And I don't think it's warranted. But it's a good album. It's a good album. It's not top 10. It's not even top 10. It's a good album.
Not top 10 for the year?
No.
Okay. No argument here.
Every Kanye produced album for those 5 straight weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It's a better album than Astro World.
Mm.
All of them.
Astro World sounds good.
Sounds good though. Sonically put together.
Very well put together.
Features, great. I like the way they hid the features.
Yeah.
Didn't have it on the track list, even though I had to put those because I needed to know. Put those on my shit.
You that guy.
I'm that guy.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it.
I'm
I like the Stay Dangerous album.
Of course you do. West Coast Jeff. West Coast. Sure.
Really?
Nah, for sure.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying.
I stand by that.
Nah, for sure. West Coast Jeff. The Ladies Room podcast, man. Check out Rizzo and Anne Marie to find out what the ladies are really talking about in the Ladies Room. Their latest episode is up right now, defending female entrepreneurs. You can catch up on past episodes and follow Ladies Room Podcast on IG and Facebook one time for Coach Locke.
Shout out to the ladies.
Shout out to the ladies, most definitely. First for Dummies, man. Me and my dog, Animal Brown, is a self-help fashion podcast directly related to improving everyday fashion. You can catch our latest issue, The Issue About Everything, Volume 2, will be up on the 15th. We're going the 1st and the 15th, man.
Shout out to it.
Most definitely, directly for the culture. Follow the show IG page at Fresh for Dummies and simply search Fresh for Dummies on all of your social media handles. Also, COD Live, youtube.com/RealVille.
And you can read up on your favorite FSP co-hosts.
With the shape.
You know, with the shivvy. Shout out to your chicken.
Okay.
You know, whatever his name is. He going through it out here, though.
Going through it, man.
Yeah.
Caught up with him.
Squish.
Jammed up.
Blue eyes and got to him.
Yeah. Now, it ain't the blue eye.
Well, it might be. Could be the blue eye. And then you can purchase your FSP merchandise, catch up on past episodes from the other shows we just mentioned, and much, much more. How do you do that, you ask Weezy? Excuse me. Good gracious.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Simply search realvillemedia.com. Tell a friend to support the real. OMG!
OMG.
Most definitely, man. Jeff, you got 10 good wrestling seconds.
Yes, sir.
I want to hear this shit. We got SummerSlam and shit coming up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is.
All right, man. So, wow. Okay. A little aggressive introduction there. The SummerSlam card has been finalized. So, we're going to play a quick game, guys.
All right.
Who you got?
All right.
Ronda Rousey versus the Raw Women's Champion, Alexa Bliss. Who you got, Weezy?
Ronda Rousey.
I got Bliss.
Okay. Samoa Joe versus SmackDown Champion, AJ Styles. Who you got?
I'm going with some more Joe.
AJ Styles all day.
Okay.
Joe.
Okay. Roman Reigns versus Universal Champ.
That's your boy Roman Reigns, ain't it?
Yeah, more of AJ Styles. Guy.
Oh, okay.
But, you know, Roman Reigns.
Versus who?
The Universal Champ, Brock Lesnar.
Oh, Brock.
Who you got?
Yeah, Brock.
Nah, I'm going to go Roman Reigns. I don't like Roman Reigns. I'm going to go with Brock.
Brock.
That's what's up. All right, SummerSlam this weekend. We're going to see who won. Who you got?
Yeah, for sure.
Was that the main event, bro?
The main event is Brock and Roman Reigns.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
That's solid. It ain't bad.
so out of the people I just mentioned,
Yeah.
I mentioned 6 people. How many you really know?
Brock.
How many could you spot out
Rousey.
right now? Besides,
AJ Styles.
you could spot it.
He on a roll line today. He on a roll line today, boy.
That's it.
How many could you spot?
Probably about 3.
Who you got?
Rousey.
Brock.
Roman Reigns.
I don't know who Roman Reigns is.
You seen it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I wouldn't know who AJ Styles was.
Probably not.
Yeah, I do. I'm telling you.
He's been out here. He's been fairground all the time.
I don't know about that part.
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm telling you, I knew who AJ Styles is. Yeah.
Okay, what's up?
Question of the week, fellas.
Here we go.
$1 million on the line. Shout out to the listener who sent this in. I think this is the most. This is insane. This is insane.
Okay.
For sure. Number one,
Mm-hmm.
eat a ball of hair that was pulled from a bathtub. Number two, this is
Oh, what's the money? What's the money?
one. Where have you been at?
I didn't hear it.
Oh, wow.
Was it how much?
$1 million.
Okay, go ahead.
Number two, drink a milkshake made from the pus of pimples.
Oh, hell nah.
Number three, drink tea brewed. Number three, drink tea that is brewed from dirty gym socks. And last but not least, this is tough. Take a shot of the liquid from the bottom of a trash can.
I'm done with that. I ain't got it. Who said this question? They were gonna call.
They might be on suspension.
They got a lot of time on their hands.
Whoever, they might be up for
Yeah,
suspension.
whoever said
That's
that,
tough.
yeah.
I'm out. I don't need the money that bad. I'm out. I'm out, man. I'm out. This is it. Michael Jackson.
The first one was you pick.
Eat a ball of hair that was pulled from a bathtub.
Yeah, that could be anything.
But you know it's ball of hair because you.
Ah.
But the worst one is drinking a milkshake made from the pus of pimples. That's disgusting.
The person who thought about this.
Yeah.
No more questions for 2 weeks.
I'm out. I got this.
So you drink what made of garbage truck juice?
Take a shot of the liquid at the bottom of a trash can. And drink tea brewed from dirty gym shots.
He take a shot.
Cameraman say taking a shot of the liquid juice.
Ooh.
I can't do that.
Nah, you might
Can't
die.
do that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to drink the tea brewed from dirty gym socks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do that.
I can do that.
Yeah, I'm not doing the milkshake made from the pus of pimples.
Nah.
Hell no.
I'm
That's
out.
tough.
Nah.
Man,
That's rough.
let's just keep it. Let's keep it sane, man.
Play 1-on-1 against
Right.
Michael Jordan in his prime. Take a blitz from Ray Lewis balls. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Holding a
tough.
snake or something.
Yeah.
My goodness.
It's $1 million though.
Filthy puss.
I'm on that.
That was rough. I guess keep them coming, man. At fullsportpress@gmail.com. Shit. Tweet us with questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page. On the iTunes page, please rate and subscribe. But more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
Tell the pus pimple friends.
Yeah. I heard about that Full Sport Press podcast, man. The revolution will be podcasted. Can you guys watch those YouTube things when they popping pimples?
I watch.
You can watch those?
I watch Dr. Pimple.
Hell
I watch the
no.
TV show. It's one of my favorite shows.
You're a different dude, dog.
Dr. Pimple Pop is great. I follow on Instagram and everything.
I don't watch no weird
Yeah, I
shit
can't
like
do
that.
that shit. That shit make my stomach hurt. Before we get
When she
started,
do the whole scrape it.
I ain't watch Love and Hip Hop, man.
Nah, I ain't watching
my boy Ray J shaking the name.
Ray J shaking it.
Ray shaking the name. Boy, we gotta get some. We gotta get some of
The head.
the hats.
Yeah,
They're good.
I don't watch
Yeah,
that.
one. Nah, I watched one season with my dog in New York. I mean in LA. Ray J. I'm my boy.
What about that one chick I'm on? Just do real quick. Real quick.
Let's just
She
move.
crazy as hell, ain't she?
Everybody's crazy.
Nah, Monique's crazy as hell.
That month.
I told you, she nuts.
So y'all can watch that, but can't watch Dr. Pimple Pop.
Nah, I ain't popping no pimple.
I ain't popping.
And can't watch Monday Night Raw.
I definitely can't watch.
I watched Monday Night Raw. I glanced at it. It was 3 hours. It was 3 hours too long.
I definitely watch 3 hours. I watch the Hulu version.
Before we get started with the first half of this, Weezy,
Yeah.
your poll question for the listeners.
Yes, sir.
Let the people hear.
This week's poll question is: which quarterback would like to be cut by the end of training camp? Paxton Lynch, Denver Broncos, RG3, Baltimore Ravens, Geno Smith, San Diego Chargers, and Teddy Bridgewater, New York Jets.
Okay, so I think all four will be cut. But the person that has the best chance of being cut,
Who'll be cut first?
my bad, who'll be cut first?
I think Paxton Lynch probably.
And that's Coach Lock. Well, we'll never let Coach Lock live that down. He said Paxton Lynch gonna be a player. Coach, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you,
Watch,
bro.
y'all
Watch what
watch.
Paxton Lynch do. That dumbass mustache on Paxton Lynch.
You said that,
You
Coach.
sure did. Teddy Bridgewater be cut first. Because they want Sam Darnold to start.
Now.
Yeah, yesterday.
So, if Teddy Bridgewater's cut, is he done?
Nah, he'll get another team. Nah, for sure.
I
He'll get
don't know.
another
We said the same thing about RG3.
RG3 got another team.
He's done, though.
But he keeps resurfacing.
RG3 is done. Let's just keep it a buck.
He never
RG3
bounced
will
back.
never play. No rap.
And Teddy Bridgewater never had a chance to blossom.
Yo, he got
He was
injured.
just
He
starting
almost
to.
lost his leg. So
Yeah.
that was a big injury. I got Teddy. We got
Yeah, that's tough.
that's tough. Paxton. Mustache. Dumbass mustache. Let's get started this first half, fella.
The first half is underway.
First half, hottest sports news of the past week, like we do each and every week here at the Full Sport Press Podcast. Before we start, I'm Jay Hope.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
Weezy was slapping.
Weezy, where can they find you at on social media, champ?
Oh man, I'm FSB_Weezy on IG, and I'm at Weezy on Twitter.
Most definitely, man. Jeff, what are you?
I'm saying the whole thing now.
Nah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Where you at, Jeff?
Jay Easley 84 across all social media platforms.
So most definitely, man. Is the kingdom unlocked?
Instagram wide open. I mean, sorry, Twitter's wide open.
Twitter's wide open.
Yeah,
Twitter's always open,
yeah.
for sure. I'm J Hove everywhere, for sure, man. Same place.
How long is the wait
Same
list?
city. If you're looking for me.
How long is the wait
What
list?
city you looking for?
The wait list.
The wait list, man.
Get on Instagram.
To get on Instagram. Yeah.
So I said they trying to get.
Yeah.
I'll holler at y'all, man.
Yeah, okay.
Somebody trying to get in.
I'll holler at y'all,
Somebody
man.
trying to sneak around the back, get the VIP entry.
I'll holler at y'all, man.
I know easy.
Cameraman, it's tough to get in there, champ.
Just because you know me might not be enough, I'm trying to tell you. You know
I
what
pay
I'm saying?
40, bro. I pay 40 to get in.
Nah,
I pay 40.
Weezy said, nah, don't say Weezy said.
Woo.
You got the dress code week.
Oh man, it's rough. I gotta dip it with you, dog. I gotta go with you to get naked in the ear.
Y'all full of shit today. I see what's going on. All right, Jeff. I was just. You know. All right, Jeff.
Unless you got gas in your car to get back.
All right, man. Woo. I might cut that. That's funny, though. Woo.
Let's go.
That was fun. All right. Let's start out, man. It was NCAA basketball.
I don't know why that was funny. That was funny to me, though.
The NCAA is taking steps to try and clean up college basketball. This summer's NCAA higher-ups came together and created some new rules, Jeff. Here are some of the conclusions from those meetings. The first thing we'll talk about is undrafted players can return to college now. As far as specifics, they can return, but only if college players have requested an undergraduate advisory committee evaluation. So basically saying that you're testing the waters for the NBA draft. This would be the equivalent of this year's Malik Newman that played at Kansas.
Right.
He would have qualified for this change. He went undrafted and signed with the Heat earlier this week. How you guys feel about that first one?
Go ahead, Wiz.
I mean, it's a good rule, but
Yeah.
it's too late.
The only thing that worries about it with me is, okay, you let this guy go through the full process,
Right.
go through the combine, he comes back, but you filled his slot as far as your recruiting.
Right.
Where is his scholarship? Is his scholarship still available?
That's weird.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
On paper, I like this rule.
Right.
Because there's been a lot of players we all know that have taken bad advice, leaving school way too early. They could have, used that extra year of getting the skill set together.
Mm-hmm.
So I think of the changes, this is probably my favorite one.
Okay. The second change will be agents can contact college players and high school prospects. What this means is college players can be represented by players, unions, and NCAA certified agents beginning after any season, as long as they request an evaluation from the undergraduate advisory committee.
They are doing everything they can to not pay these players.
Yeah. No, for sure.
That's, you know what I'm saying? Like anything you can just not play them.
Yeah.
And this one just feels like I don't even
Slimy.
Yeah,
You got it.
like come on, man. Like,
Yeah.
good gracious, like leave these kids alone. Like,
Yeah. Just pay them.
Yeah,
Or
until
just
the NCAA realizes that these kids, 14, 15 years old, are marketable and
Mm-hmm.
got talent that people want to see.
They know that.
Yeah, I mean, but they could be beneficial money wise to help the NCAA out.
Yeah.
I just don't understand.
keep the agent away from my 14, 15 year olds.
That's
Oh,
dangerous.
For real, man.
Yeah.
You feeling his or her head with all type of stuff they don't need to hear.
That's gonna mess them up to get into the NCAA because they're gonna take the money.
Yeah, most definitely. The next one is the NCAA will accept help on investigations. So basically, this means that the FBI, which started the reform process with its announcement of the arrest from September of last year, will be also helped out with the NCAA, not necessarily a private institution like the FBI. So how you guys feel about that?
I had to read that one a couple of times to make sure I understood what was going on.
Right. Yeah.
Like, so again, it just goes back to, like, what exactly do they think they're helping by doing?
I just think that it's also, it holds the NCAA accountable for what's going on, and they will help out mainly due to the fact they already have relationships with the universities and the ADs. So
I don't know.
and last but not least, stronger penalties. So postseason bans up to 5 years, and head coaching suspension that lasts longer than a year are on the table for the rule breakers. So most of this stuff won't even go into effect until 2020, 2021. But at the same time, these things are going the right way. The only thing that I think that every player on the team should at least get $30,000 a year, with the going rate for an education, whatever the education is at your institution, pay them that and let them continue to play and leave as if they want to. Now, if they go there, they have to stay 3. I think that would be the only thing.
So you say if I go to college,
yep, you get $30,000 a year.
But I gotta play 3 years.
Gotta play 3 years.
Pay them bi-weekly.
Yeah. Pay them just like everybody else gets paid.
Put some extra incentives. Make them go to class or something. They don't go to class. Pay.
If you don't, keep up with a GPA of 2.5, you lose not necessarily a scholarship, but you lose the payment.
Okay.
Like that. Just like with anything, man. And what it'll do, I think college players don't have what's the word I'm looking for? They go into life, like regular life, and getting a job is so foreign to them. Because they haven't. They're just used to getting a lump sum of money, or playing overseas, or whatever the case may be, however you get your money.
It's a heck of a transition.
It's a hell of a transition. It's a transition for people, but we make that transition every day, not being in playing college sports. So in turn, if you make the transition early, because most of these people, think about it, some people work through college. You can't work.
You can't work a full-time job and play sports.
Being a student athlete is basically impossible. So give them $30,000 a year, really depending on the school. Might be a little bit more in some schools. And let them live the way they're supposed to live.
Will that cut down on scholarships?
I don't think so.
No, you keep everything else the same.
Yeah, dude.
You just pay them a little money.
Just pay them a little money.
You asking, that's the only negative about that? It's not a negative to us. We're on the side of the players.
Right.
But I can see an AD or a college saying, you're cutting into my profit.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
But that profit, though.
It's major.
It's a major
profit. But, but that's what it's going to do. You think if you pay every player on a college football team that amount of money every year,
you do.
Plus scholarship play, plus tuition, because that's taking the money out of the teacher, not out of the teacher's pocket. But you still got to pay those professors for teaching those classes those students are in.
I also think it would cut off in situations like Ty Gurley signing jerseys.
Yeah. Or the situation we're about to talk about.
Exactly. Yeah. Great silly.
Let's move on to that. North Carolina suspended 13 football players for the 2018 season, for part of the 2018 season, on Monday, after learning that members of the team sold school-issued Jordan 3s in exchange for up to $2,500 in cash.
Yeah.
So of the 13 suspensions, 9 players are going to sit 4 games. A couple of players will miss 2 games, and another pair of players will miss just 1 game. NCAA has allowed UNC to just stagger the suspensions because of the depth chart, and some of the players play the same position.
Right.
Wow.
And it was self-reported, so they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
I can't sell my shoes.
But they're going to a boutique. A boutique.
Yeah.
There's a sneaker spot in the city of Greensboro.
Yeah.
And selling them for $1,500.
Yeah.
This is the thing. It's stupid. One, but you also have to think too. Everybody's not into sneakers.
Yeah.
So you give these dudes these player-issued sneakers,
and they don't give a shit about
it. And it's a kid that grew up on a tractor that doesn't care about shoes.
Yeah.
And you see $1,500, you can have them. I don't even wear these. I would much rather wear the team-issued shoes. They're a lot more comfortable.
I'm surprised they already happened before.
Yeah, especially in Oregon.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Right.
What Oregon does, apparently, is they keep the school-issued shoes until you graduate. So you have them. You know you got them.
You turn them back in?
Yeah.
You wear them and you turn them back in?
Well, you don't even wear them. Because some of these, they weren't going to wear these in games.
Right.
They were just given to them.
Yep.
This is the football team. They don't wear these games on the field. These are 3
I'm saying,
football teams.
But so Oregon said they wear the shoes and they turn them back.
They just have they have like 4s or foams or different type of Nikes that are theirs. So while you're at the school, you don't have them. You get to take them when you leave the school.
And now the football team can't even wear those. They won't even get any specialty shoes anymore. Just the basketball team will get them now. It's just stupid. Yeah, no, for sure. I get it why they did it, mainly due to the fact that, again, some people don't give a damn about sneakers. Yeah. Some do.
Shout out to, what's my man for the Rockets?
PJ Tucker.
PJ Tucker, he was dry snitching.
From Greensboro.
Yeah, dry snitching.
Gets all his shoes from Request Boutique in Greensboro.
Yeah, he was definitely dry snitching.
Come on,
man. That Instagram post did.
Yeah, trolling. Definitely trolling. Yeah. He's trolling. for sure.
That's crazy.
Let's move on to the NFL.
Okay.
I gave you see. I
appreciate you, man.
You see what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? I appreciate
Camera's
you.
always
It's
on,
always
Jeff.
on, brother.
Yeah, man. The NFL sidelines are going to look a little different this year, cameraman. For the first time, the cheerleading squads of 2 teams will include men. Now, NFL fans will see history made this season as the Los Angeles Rams and New Orleans Saints have added male cheerleaders who will perform the same moves as the women on the field. Now, other teams like the Colts and Ravens have stuntmen, but this move is certainly a step towards gender equality and inclusiveness, but now it will be received by NFL fans. It will remain to be seen by that. How you guys feel about adding cheerleaders, male cheerleaders?
I ain't got a problem with this.
Yeah.
It's in college.
It's in college.
I ain't got a problem
Got
with it.
scholarship for it. Why
Most
not
definitely.
keep going?
Yeah,
Some guys really love that.
Yeah.
You know?
for sure.
We're pushing for gender equality across the board. Let's do it.
So, yeah, no, for sure. I think it's cool to see. And, you know, I mean, they don't get paid that way. I don't, you know.
Pretty sure they don't.
Yeah, I mean, the female cheerleaders,
Yeah, they don't.
they don't get paid that well. So, I think it'll be cool to see. Yeah.
Let's just keep it in gender equality.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So moving to the WNBA, the Las Vegas Aces, who are fighting for one of the league's last playoff spots, declined to play against the Washington Mystics last week, citing safety concerns after traveling for more than 25 hours to play the game.
They were tired.
Let's talk about it though. They were scheduled to play the Mystics on Friday, but flight delays and a couple of cancellations turned to what is normally a 4-hour flight into a 4-hour 30-minute nonstop flight. Into more than a day. So they arrived 3 hours before the game time and just decided, you know what, we're not going to do this.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
You think about how the NBA travels.
Mm-hmm.
Charter planes, private planes, things like that. The WNBA is flying
Commercial. Yeah.
This doesn't happen.
No.
This will never happen in the WNBA. I mean, I'm sorry, the NBA.
No, they're getting treated like second-class citizens, man. You know, most WNBA teams led by older players. The team is led by a bunch of young players. Just one of his players are over 30. So they stand up for a little bit more.
They do.
Yeah, no, for sure. And this will be a point where I think their CBA comes up November the 1st.
Yeah.
So this is something you negotiate, you know, when it comes on the table.
I hope they don't, but I can see the WNBA pushing for a lockout. And it's going to hurt.
Yeah.
It's going
And it's gonna be powerful too.
But it's going to be a move. Like, they're going to push for some change because the things they're complaining about really make sense.
vocal.
You know, and they're very vocal about it.
Yeah, and the NBA treats them like, well, not the NBA. Well, yeah, the NBA treats them like they're a minor league team, like they're minor leagues or something.
Yeah, this is women's professional
Yeah,
basketball.
they pros.
Yeah,
this is the
definitely
cream of the
pros.
crop of women. And I don't even watch WNBA.
For sure.
But still,
Yeah.
they treat them like they're like
It's good
minor
basketball.
league.
Yeah, it is good basketball. It's at a point right now where the players have become more vocal than ever. And with this coming up on November the 1st, use that power, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. They deserve a lot more than what they. That's bullshit, man.
Yeah,
Asking those girls
me
to
too.
play that, for
That's
sure.
popping. Might as well go on and use it.
That's too much.
That's too much.
Yeah,
Might cut
yeah,
that
yeah,
out.
definitely. Shit.
Damn, weird.
You was doing good.
Yeah, you was.
Before we get started with halftime, man, let's talk about Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne's Young Money APAA Sports Group is suing Sacramento Kings guard Frank Mason III for $92,000, as well as demanding the return of a diamond Young Money chain and damages. Now, Mason reportedly received a $40,000 advance, had $52,000 in expenses paid for, and received the $11,000 chain. The Young Money agency alleges that they tried to contact him in April to have this repaid after he split ways in March. Who's at fault here? Young Money for giving him a chain and advance money like every agency does? Or is this Frank Mason's fault trying to skip out on the bill?
Come on, Frank.
Come on, Frank.
Pay them.
Pay people their money back,
He
Frank.
made 1.3 last year, dog.
Have a little 50,000.
That's a club night, Frank.
Yeah.
Come on,
That's a club
Frank.
night, Frank.
Come
For
on,
real.
man.
Like, you tripping.
Come on, man. Pay them people, man.
At least give him the chain back, Frank.
Give him the chain back. Ain't nothing you doing with that
Give him the
shit.
chain back at 25 cash, and we ain't gonna call it.
Listen, Young Money tight right now. They ain't got a lot of bread moved. That money, that money's not liquid right now, man.
Why?
It's
Wayne on fire with this lawyer he got, so he think he gonna win every battle. He fight everything right now.
Nah, for sure. He need that. He need that little bread.
Yeah,
man.
Frank.
Come
25.
on,
Give
Frank.
him 25 in the chain, Frank.
Yeah, you made 1.3.
And never talk to him again.
You ain't got to worry about about that. You dropped the agency. You didn't pay the advance.
Right.
It's an advance.
Yeah, right.
You walk down to the check cash and place the advance place.
They gonna want that.
Listen. You get $92,000. You gonna pay that $92
Right.
Plus 29.
right?
Or they gonna blow that phone up.
Nah, they gonna blow you going to jail. Joe. They coming for you.
You going to jail now?
Yeah, for sure. They gonna get theirs.
Income tax done.
Oh man, they gonna get theirs. Check, income tax check.
Yeah.
Your check, garnishing the check.
I ain't gonna say that. Go ahead.
Yeah, most definitely. Matter of fact, before you say something out of the way, let's get started with halftime. Let's go.
We're at the midway point. Enjoy all of the halftime festivities.
Halftime. We have another installment of Coach Brown's 2-minute drill. Coach Brown's a former TSU tight end and the current defensive coordinator for Hillsborough High School in Nashville, Tennessee. Shout out to the Burrows. Coach Brown will give an insight on hot topics from a former player and a current coach's perspective. Let's see what Coach Brown has to say this week.
Good evening. I am Coach Brown, and welcome to Coach Brown's 2-minute drill. We're talking college football today. We're talking Alabama Crimson Tide, Jalen Hurts, Tua. Are they handling this situation better? Now, let's be honest. Jalen Hurts is 26-2 as a starter. Now, I know Tua is supposed to be the up-and-coming gunslinger that is able to get it done, and he made the remarkable pass to beat my Bulldogs in the national title game. And as much as that pains me, is the Alabama Crimson Tide staff handling this properly? Moving on to Manhattan, Kansas, we're talking about legendary coach Bill Snyder going into his 27th year as a head coach at Kansas State. He just received a 5-year extension. So he is under contract until he is 83 years old. That is remarkable. Moving on to the Bum of the Week. Bum of the Week is going out to the Alabama Crimson Tide staff. Mainly Nick Saban. I don't think the situation with Jalen Hurts is being handled right. Decided to come to your University of Higher Learning. He's done everything that's been asked of him. And I don't think that he's getting a fair shake. I don't think so. I think if that pass is an incompletion in the national title game that won the game, we're not even having this conversation at all. We're not even talking about this because it's a moot point. So, Bum of the Week is going out to Nick Saban and his staff. Come on, man. Y'all got to do better. Loyalty is everything. Hey, I'm the coach, Coach Brown that is, Rue, and I'm gone.
And that is another installment of Coach Brown's 2-minute drill. The first thing he talked about, Jalen Hurts, man. It feels as if he's been done wrong by the Alabama Crimson Tide. How you guys feel about that?
He's absolutely right. They're treating that kid like he didn't win a national championship. Like he wasn't freshman of the year. Like he's not who he is.
Yeah, he's been done wrong. I never seen a quarterback at Alabama speak out like it.
He should.
Well, this is the thing. Tua Tagovailoa is a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts. It's just that on that. It's just that on that. So it's very. I understand. I think Nick Saban really likes him.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't want him to leave the team because he likes the actual kid. This is the thing. Jalen Hurts isn't a college. He's a college quarterback. He's not a pro quarterback.
So you think he should transfer?
So he should have transferred this summer. I told you the day that he threw that touchdown pass to win that game. Mm-hmm. I said Tua will start. His little brother, Talia, will be. He signed with Alabama. He'll be there next year. Mm-hmm. So in turn, dude, and his little brother is just as good as Tua.
Okay.
So this transfer, go down and fool with old Lane Kiffin, or take his ass to Independence and deal with Jason Brown, something. But there's no reason.
You gonna bust him down from Alabama to junior college?
Saying, hell, look, Malik.
Look at Malik.
We gotta talk about Malik.
Good gracious.
Malik. We'll talk about Malik. But yeah, now I understand what you guys are saying. Yeah, it's not right, but this is the thing. We've seen a million times the better quarterback should start, and the better quarterback is Tua.
I don't know if Tua is the better quarterback. That's all I'm saying.
He's gonna win a Heisman Trophy while he's there.
While he's there,
yeah.
Not this year.
We already bet that.
Y'all already bet that.
Yeah.
You should probably write your bets down.
You should probably.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Sure, most definitely. And Bill Snyder, coaching at 83 years old. What do you guys plan on doing at 83?
Sit my ass down.
Not coaching. I ain't coaching no damn football team.
But if you love it, you love it.
You look. I mean, the circumstances were a lot different, but look at Joe Paterno.
Look at Joe.
So once you stop, it's over.
So
nah.
I said circumstances was different.
Yeah, Joe died from a broken heart.
Yeah, broken heart. They took it away from him.
Sure.
They had to.
They had to take that shit away from Joe. Because Joe's a part of some bullshit. Joe, I heard. Matter of fact, we're going to get out of here because it's going to go left. Let's get started the second half.
The second half is underway.
Second half, 2018 NFL Top 7 series, going with the D-line and linebackers. Before we get started with that, I am Jay Oaks, your boy Big Joe.
On Weezy was popping.
Weezy, the best way to stop a team's offense is to get to the damn quarterback, and having a top-notch pass rusher or a do-it-all linebacker can completely change a team. And they're sometimes more valuable than a shutdown corner or a ball-hawking safety. Now, FSP asked our loyal listeners to put together a list who they perceive to be the top 7 defensive linemen and linebackers heading into the 2018 NFL season. Now, the list changed tremendously after every show. So the first list was a quarterback and running back. We had 100. And the running backs, 70. D-line and linebackers, 35. Max. And the reason why people don't necessarily know if you're playing defense on the D-line, but you're an outside linebacker, sometimes you switch to D-lineman. Like, for example, Khalil Mack he was drafted as an outside linebacker. He is now a defensive end. Von Miller is a defensive end now. Probably a little easier for them to get to the quarterback playing on the D-line, putting their finger on the ground. So,
League's getting faster.
The league is definitely getting faster. So the list got a little, there's a lot of discrepancies in these lists, but without further ado, this list is strictly related to their 2017-18 stats and performance, and who has the best chance of maintaining their great play heading into the next season. The first thing we'll talk about is the defensive lineman. Now, if you want to build a style defense in the NFL, Weezy, it would be wise to start up front. Stout. Now, 5 of the past 6 NFL Defensive Player of the Year award winners have been defensive linemen. And defensive line continues to be the most utterly stacked position in football today. Now, Weezy, you want to go through last year's list, right?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Last year's list. Number 7, Everson Griffin. Number 6, Jadeveon Clowney. Number 5, Joey Bosa. Number 4, Geno Atkins. 3, J.J. Watt. 2, Aaron Donald. 1, Khalil Mack.
Here we go. Now, with this list, we're going to start with our honorable mentions like we do each and every week. For this top 7 series, first person we'll talk about is Jadeveon Clowney, who was number 6 on the list last year. He's the first AFC player with 20-plus tackles for a loss and 20-plus QB hits in the same season. The thing that hurt Jadeveon Clowney is J.J. Watt not being there, Brian Cushing taking steroids, not being there. So there's a lot of things that. Yeah, no, for sure. He's not even playing NFL this year. No, for sure. So that hurt Jadeveon.
It's just who he is.
It's just who he is, man. I think Brian Cushing should be a wrestler. Doesn't he look like a wrestler?
He does.
Yeah. He should be a wrestler. That would be a great second act for Brian Cushing. Most definitely. The next person got you.
My bad. Think about Brian Cushing in the wrestling. Sure. Let's move on to another honorable mention. Everson Griffin. He had 13 sacks last year on a stout. That's the word for the day.
Oh, for sure.
Stout defense in Minnesota.
Yeah, stacked.
Stacked.
That defense is crazy.
You was going over that defense like they got players.
Yeah.
At every position.
Every position on defense.
So, but for somebody like him who's a standout regardless of where he plays, like that just makes them even harder to deal with. I wouldn't want to play Minnesota this year.
He started out the season crazy, 10 sacks in the first 5-6 games.
Right.
The thing is so many people on that team that eats. Right. I think we forget and take for granted how good Everson Griffin is. And I think he was on my list. He was number 6 on my list.
He was number 7 last year.
So it makes sense, most definitely. The next person, Cam Jordan for the Saints, 29 years old, wasn't ranked last year. I think his 7th season in the NFL was his best to date. That defense looked totally different, and he was one of the main reasons that Saints defense looked top-notch last year. Again, I think he'll have a great season in 2018 as well.
My guy, another guy, Weezy's guy, actually, Titan player, Jarrell Casey, probably my favorite Titan.
Of all time?
No.
Do you have a favorite Titan of all time?
Steve Mayer.
Yeah. Aaron Mack. I want that Alcorn stage jersey. I'm going to get that.
Still look fine.
Yeah, I'm going to get that.
My uncle got the McNeil Oilers jersey, Tennessee Oilers jersey. That's hard. He hard. You win.
Yeah.
You win.
I'm going to have to edit that out. I'm going to get that. But Jarrell Casey, man, is a
good player.
Is a really good player. But
Slept on player.
very slept on. But you have to think, got a rag pull. He had Avery Williams. Since Avery Williams, he's gone.
Yeah,
He's gone. Yeah. But you bring in the young boy from Alabama, Rashad Evans. Yeah.
Then we got Landry.
You got Landry. Then you have the other. What happened to the kid y'all cut from Clemson that was good? Why is it? He's good. He couldn't stick with it.
He didn't between the ears.
Damn. Okay.
He came in overweight.
Yeah.
Had to do it.
Had to do it. Yeah. Another honorable mention: Geno Atkins, the best besides Aaron Donald, the best D tackle in football. 30 years old. He was number 4 on our list last year. He led all defensive tackles in sacks for the 5th time in his 8-year career. He's just a beast. He's one of those players like a little stump. He about 5'8", 5'9", but you cannot block this dude. He's a beast. Geno Atkins is a beast. He shouldn't have been on the list. But it's only 7 slots.
It's only 7 slots.
It's only 7 slots.
So this 7 should be good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be, to me, it's great.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's move on to number 7.
Yeah.
J.J. Watt. He's number 3 last year.
Mm-hmm.
Only played 5 games last
See,
year.
that's why.
Only played 3 games the year before that.
Ooh. Just 8 games in the last
8 games in the past 2 years.
Wow.
J.J.'s been injured.
Yeah, for sure.
This is it, JJ.
Yeah,
this year for real. Michael Jackson
Yeah.
for real.
Like I've been hearing whispers about old J.J.
What about what now? This might be a wrap.
Why he break it down like that?
Oh, Brian Cushion rumors.
You know what I'm saying? But when healthy, can't do nothing with him.
I mean, these last 2 seasons been a wash.
But you can't do nothing with him.
J.J. Watt dead ass. I remember we did this show the very first time. Weezy looked me in my eye and told me that he was better than Derek Thomas.
Yeah, he
He
did.
was better than Reggie White.
He did. He told you.
You remember that?
Yeah. I remember
That was
that.
very disrespectful.
That was the most controversial statement you ever made on the
My
show.
God, J.J.
But-
Watt. But at the time,
You wasn't far fetched.
he's a 3-time defensive player.
You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't far fetched, but it was wrong. It was wrong. Derek Thomas is a damn beast. Derek Thomas is the best defensive player I've ever seen play.
17 sacks, 20 sacks.
God, dog.
Listen, fellas, Derek Thomas did 7 in one game.
We not.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Whole different game.
Yeah,
But
just
Whole
saying.
different.
J.J. Watt,
J.J. Watt's beast.
he even caught a touchdown one
Is he the best white defensive player ever?
year.
John Lynch,
Urlacher got hair now.
Urlacher got a full head of hair. And you see the baby that was, you know what? I ain't gonna get to that child. Number 6 is Calais Campbell. This is Weezy's guy as well.
Yeah.
For the Jacksonville Jaguars, 31 years old. Wasn't ranked last year.
Should have been.
He should have. It's not always about numbers with this guy. I think he's the most disruptive player since he's been in the NFL for the last 10 years. And he's only had 1 season of double-digit sacks. But it was his first year in Jacksonville. They paid him a shit ton of money and showed how much he's worth.
Just a physical specimen.
6'8"?
Yeah, 6'8".
Yeah.
He really can't get to the quarterback like he wants to, but that's not his job. He just want to call it the middle.
Disruption.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a monster, though.
And you put him with Ngakoue, dog. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. You put them two together,
Shout out to you.
beast. Dante Fowler, Miles Jack.
Yeah.
man.
Y'all high on that Minnesota defense. This defense right here is
This one, the only thing
playmakers.
corners make this defense. You can't throw. So you got AJ Bouye, you got Jalen Ramsey, home Madden, who's a 97 and one's a 94.
Yeah, but you can't
Then you
run.
got 2.
You're
This
not
is
gonna run
the
those guys either.
your safety's very church. Minnesota has Harrison Smith. Done deal.
Yeah.
Done deal. Harrison Smith's the best safety in the NFL.
Let's run stop and safety.
No, he's the best safety in the NFL.
Ooh,
Tell
we
me.
gonna talk about that.
You not. I'm hot at you about that, man. I'm hot at you, but it's for good reason. My bad. We want to move on.
Move on to number 5. Number 5, he stayed solid at number 5.
Yeah, he did.
Shout out to Joey Bosa, the Los Angeles Chargers, man. 23 years old, had 70 combined tackles last year, which is amazing from his position. It was 12 and a half sacks. I want him on my team.
Every time. I want his brother. I hope we get his brother.
No, you don't want his brother.
No, I want his brother.
Check his
Brother, that's his brother just as good.
His brother's just as good.
Check his brother Twitter account. You don't want his brother.
I don't give a damn what he doing in his
Oh, okay.
lifetime.
I'm
You know what I'm
just-
saying?
I'm
I've
saying
seen J.J. Watt use the N-word in his life. I'm telling you.
Okay.
I bet he had it. My bad.
I'm just saying.
But Joey Bosa, I thought the sophomore slump was going to get him. No.
He's a player.
He's increased his sack production.
Yep.
And he's just a player hard to stop. Now they have Denzel Perryman there.
Mm-hmm.
They have
Your boy from Florida.
oh yeah, they got my dog.
Yeah. I can't never think of his name.
I'm hot about that too. Beast though.
Yeah.
Defensive end. Yeah,
Alright.
he alright. The only thing that's on that team, Derwin. They said Derwin ain't looking like shit in Canton.
Yeah, he looking like a similar.
That he said, I heard he's not looking like shit in Canton.
Hey,
But Joey Bosa, he is a player.
Yeah,
I wish we had him.
Yeah,
I wish we had him.
Oh God.
But Joey Bosa at 5 is solid. I
Yeah.
dig that. Number 4 is Chandler's. Number 4 is Chandler Jones, Arizona Cardinals, 28 years old, wasn't ranked last year. The New England Patriots rarely make personnel errors, but trading Chandler Jones is the first one I've seen them make in, I think, the tenure of Bill Belichick.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, nah, listen, he's a beast, man. Led the league in sacks with 17 last year. Chandler Jones is an animal. You just got to keep his brother out that sugar book.
Yeah. Chandler Jones. I was going to say that. He's talking about sugar. Chandler Jones is a monster, though. Shout out to Chandler Jones. Man.
Just move on to number 3.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Now, he's a beast, though, man.
Yeah,
I think there hasn't been a more consistent pass rusher on the D-line for the last 7 years as Chandler Jones is disruptive. And again, I wish the 49ers would have made that trade.
I mean, I can't get over the Patriots too many times. I
That's
got
true.
over them once.
But you would think with our
Oh,
D-line,
man.
we got Solomon Thomas.
I'll take him hot dog.
We did. Yeah, we got out on them.
Bill knew it, too.
Yeah, I mean,
Ooh, Bill hot about that.
no, he ain't hot about it.
Yeah, he is.
They made him make that move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he didn't want to do
He
that.
gonna retire.
Who?
Big gonna retire the end of this year.
Probably.
If they gotta win one more.
He got one or two more years left.
Mm-hmm. That's what they promised Josh McDaniel.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Move on number 3.
Yep.
Khalil Mack. He didn't make the list last year, but
Good damn lie.
he didn't make the
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did?
He did. He was number 1 last year.
You're damn right. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm looking
Yes,
at
sir.
the first.
Yeah.
Check it out. Check it out. Please,
Mhm.
pause.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
You got you. I got you, bro.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Khalil Mack of the Oakland Raiders, 27 years old, had 10.5 sacks last year, 78 combined tackles. He played college in Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Should have played the NFL in Buffalo.
Yeah. You were only that lucky. Coach, I claim him like he
Yeah.
is a But listen,
Yeah.
Did Coach Locke call him?
he said he called him.
I might give Coach like that.
Yeah, I wish you don't give me credit like that when I call somebody, but he did. That's his guy.
You called Isaiah Briscoe.
Yeah, I sure did. And he just signed a contract.
You know,
And you
Simple
said Wade Baldwin, who hasn't signed a contract. You also said John Jenkins, who hasn't signed a contract.
I didn't claim John Jenkins. No, I'm joking. I claimed John.
What? But back to Khalil Mack for sure. I think his combination of speed and power is unparalleled in the NFL. You know they're talking about trading him.
Yeah.
And you know John Gruden hadn't had a conversation with this dude.
since he got
That's
Since he
bullshit,
got
though.
there,
we're just gonna
That's
talk about
bullshit.
and the fact that he plays every game every year.
Yeah.
Every game every year.
Who fault is that though?
Who fought?
Did he talk to his best player?
You know the coach got to reach out. You don't have to reach out if you're a player.
I don't think so.
No, hell
That's
no. The
gonna
coach
work.
need to reach out with the best dude. And the weak defense that they had, he has his supporting cast is trash.
We lost $814,000.
Dude,
by not playing that first preseason game.
Dude, this dude right here is a guy that can dead ass get 30 sacks. He can do that, man. It's not far fetched for him to do that. And listen,
He gonna be traded too.
I think they're gonna trade him.
Come
I
on,
really do
Titans.
think
Woo, comes to the Titans.
y'all don't need him.
Yeah, we do. We get rid of
Arepo.
now Morgan in a heartbeat.
Oh, Morgan, Barry Morgan.
Bye. I know.
Hell yeah.
Bye. I take him to the airport my damn self. Bye.
So,
Real.
would you drive him to Oakland if he was going to get tight?
I'm gonna pick up Khalil Mack. I gotta go.
You drive him to go to Oakland and pick him
Yeah,
up?
I ain't gonna drive, but we're gonna get there and I'm gonna get around. We're gonna get back. We're
You
gonna
gonna fly there.
Yeah.
Drive back.
We're gonna get back.
Shout out to you, Reese.
Number 2, man. Von Miller. Now, this is his first year on the D-line list. Last year, he was number 1 in linebackers, 29 years old. Von Miller is a generational pass rusher.
Most definitely.
I would think already a Hall of Famer.
Ooh.
He stops playing tomorrow. Von Miller is a Hall of Famer.
He got personality for that.
He's a Hall of
His
Famer.
commercials are good too.
Can't be stopped even when he's double teamed.
That's a hot take.
I think he would, man.
Stop playing right now. He don't do
Today.
anything
He
else.
got 83 sacks already, Jim.
Yeah, well, it's in there. You're right. You're
I'm telling
right.
you, but he benefited off of playing off a great defense.
Oh, hell yeah.
And with that
Wade.
coach.
Yeah, Wade.
That's why I'm telling you, it's gonna be dangerous. This year.
Man, listen, and then bring in Bradley Chubb. Dude, it's only gonna be crazy, man. He had the most sacks since 2014, 48 and a half sacks.
Bradley Chubb got lucky.
Who?
Bradley Chubb got so lucky playing with that boy.
Oh my God!
That's like playing with Chris Paul.
Do you remember
For real.
Shane Ray? I thought Shane Ray was gonna look like this. You got to put in the work too, man. Shane
That's
Ray
true.
don't look like shit.
That's true.
Shane Ray don't look like shit.
You gotta put the work in.
Most definitely.
Let's move on to number one.
Number one.
Who was number 2 last year?
Yeah.
Weezy's guy. Aaron Donald.
No question.
I mean, 27. He has some contract issues with his team.
Most definitely.
Pay that man.
Pay that man.
Unstoppable.
Yeah.
On the line. 11
Physical
sacks last
specimen.
year.
Yeah.
And that number doesn't speak to what
Hell
havoc he
no.
causes on the field every
Hell nah. And this dude. Go ahead, Jim. My bad.
play. I'm just gonna say, if you play that position at a young age, watch him play. Watch what he do if you play defensive tackle, watch him play every time.
Right.
That's it.
And I know what the Rams are doing. They don't want to pay him because they think, oh, he do this every year. Eventually he's going to get hurt, or eventually he's going to slow down. But he's not.
Yeah, man. Listen, and you think of your most elite pass rushers, they come off the end.
Right.
J.J. Watts,
Correct.
Von Miller. This man's coming straight down the dick.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about, listen, low center of gravity because he's about 5'10", 5'11"?
6'1".
He's 6'1". Listen.
That's what they say. I was 6'1" coming out of high school.
That
I
makes
ain't
sense.
no damn 6'1".
He a monster.
Dude.
If you see him, he don't look 6'1".
And he playing with Wade Phillips?
Yeah. My thing is, from a defensive tackle, you get double-digit sacks roughly every year. You play football, dude.
Dude, that
Like,
3-4
for
is
real.
crazy.
Like, for real. You play
Dude.
football as a defensive
You
tackle.
know who's going to be beside him this year? Ndamukong Suh.
Don't be calm too.
Man, that's just going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So,
Mention these honorable mentions one more time.
okay, so that was a great segue. We'll go through the list. Number 1 was Aaron Donald. Number 2 was Von Miller.
Yeah.
3 is Khalil Mack. Number 4 was Chandler Jones. Number 5 was Joey Bosa. Number 6 was Calais Campbell. And number 7 was J.J. Watt. So who didn't make the list was Cameron Wake,
Mhm.
Geno Atkins, Jarrell Casey, Cameron Jordan, Everson Griffin, and Jadeveon Clowney.
You know, it's sad Leonard Williams didn't make this list.
Who?
Leonard Williams.
Then Williams is beast. I saw people that said, listen, it's only
It's
7.
stacked. It's stacked.
It's this dude, D-line?
So he's not better than nobody on this list.
No. Not on that 7. Leonard Williams not better than nobody on that 7.
Y'all just said because he played for the Jets. Leonard
No.
Williams is a monster.
He's a monster. I get that. He's not better than any 7 of them. He not nobody. The only people that can take somebody out of that list is maybe Cameron Wake because he's a fucking animal,
Mm.
and maybe Cameron Jordan.
Leonard Williams.
Jadeveon
Jadeveon's a beast.
should be on there.
No J.J. Watt.
I would take J.J. Watt off and put J.J. Watt on there. If I
I
had
see
to.
that. If
If
I
I
had
put a
to,
gun in
I'd
my
take
head.
J.J.
Yeah.
Watt off and put Leonard Williams. He only played 5 games.
Yeah, I get that.
Our fans.
2017 and 18.
Our listeners.
And then going into the next year,
Yeah.
you gotta go with good faith to say that J.J. Watt is
And a
gonna
healthy J.J. Watt is
better than 5 people on this list
Yeah.
for sure. Let's move on to the linebackers. Now, every good defense in the NFL has to have solid linebackers in order to be effective. Now,
Sure.
not only are the ones usually making the bulk of the tackles the really good linebackers, they also find ways to contribute in both pass coverage and as a pass rusher. Now, right now, we're in somewhat of a transitional period at the position with household names having left, like Navarro Bowman,
Mm-hmm.
Pat Willis,
Mhm.
my 2 middle linebackers.
The guy.
It's Brian Cushing, who we spoke of. What's my man's name with the long hair? Clay Matthews. You know, so out with the end, out with the old, in with the new.
Let's do
Yeah,
it.
for sure. So, and Von Miller again switched to an edge rusher
Yeah.
DN throughout the 2017-18 season. So, Weezy, what's up with that last year's list?
All right, number 7, we had Dante Hightower. Number 6, Bobby Wagner. Number 5, Sean Lee. Number 4, Thomas Davis. Number 3, Vic Beasley. 2, Von Miller. And 1, Luke Kuechly.
Big man. So let's go through these honorable mentions. Jeff. You can kick it off.
Vic Beasley. It's tough.
Yeah.
All right, Weezy's boy, Alec Ogletree.
Yeah.
They too bad?
He don't even know who Alec Ogletree is. Who did he play for last year?
The Rams.
Come here.
That's bullshit.
Hit that rock.
Nah.
Hit the rock.
Why would you
Hit
question
the rock.
you like that?
Hit the rock. Yeah. So Alec Ogletree, they traded him, right? Because they didn't want to pay him with the Rams.
I'm highly offended.
No, it's not.
Nah, I'm highly.
You shouldn't be.
I should be. I should be.
No, sure, I keep it. Listen, Alec Ogletree.
I'm highly pissed off about that.
Listen,
He got. Oh man, my bad.
listen, Alec Ogletree. The Rams couldn't pay him because they were bringing in
Fuck, I'm
Donkey
mad
Kong.
about that.
He got traded from the Rams.
Yeah,
Somebody had to be the
Alec-
sacrifice.
he's a sacrificial lamb.
Yeah,
Alec Ogletree was. But
traded to the
beast.
He's about to make the Giants defense look a lot.
Hell yeah, dude. He fits. I'm telling you, he fits everything that the Giants are doing, and they haven't had a middle linebacker like Alex Ogletree since Antonio Pierce. So it'll be.
I think he's better.
You think he's better than Antonio Pierce?
I think so.
Damn lie, Antonio Pierce.
He was solid. He was solid.
The next honorable mention, Blake
What Ogletree go to college at?
Georgia. Listen, let me tell you what you're not gonna do.
Now,
You can't.
I'm telling you what you not gonna
Not
do.
with me. Not with me.
Here we go.
I ain't the one.
Yeah.
Not the two.
Yeah.
Or not the three. Don't do that with me.
Right.
Blake Martinez, Green Bay Packers, 24 years old. Listen, Blake Martinez became the first Packer with 150 tackles since A.J. Hawk. And he's going to replace the departed Morgan Burnett as the defensive signal caller. And he's going to be a beast next year for the Green Bay Packers.
They interviewed him at during the preseason game and asked him, what he's going to do for Encore.
Mm.
They're going to try to get more tackles this year.
Man.
That's what you better say.
I was like,
Hey.
what he already had?
Hey.
All right.
I'm telling you, man, it can happen. And then the next person, the last we'll talk about is Benardrick McKinney, Houston, 25 years old. The reason that he was even mentioned is because he's going to replace Cushion, and he's going to be a beast between him and Zach Cunningham from the Vanderbilt Commodores. That's your man. So, and he's a beast. I like Zach Cunningham. I think he can play. So I think McKinney will be a beast, yeah, for sure. But he is the best young linebacker in Houston. So we'll see. I think Zach Cunningham will end up playing a little bit more than people saying.
All right. Let's move on to number 7.
Yeah.
Zach Brown.
A legend in the city. Zach Brown's a legend in the city. He's a Nashville legend. Shout out to Zach Brown.
Yeah, and you had to be here.
Yes.
You wasn't there. As
You
Kevin
wasn't
Ron was
there.
saying.
No.
Nah, not at all.
Well, no.
Former Buffalo Bill.
Yeah.
Pay that man.
Should have paid him.
God.
He one of the fastest linebackers I've ever seen.
Zach, sideline to sideline.
Sideline.
He's a beast.
He ran a 4.3. No, not 4.3. Maybe
No way.
4.5.
I can see that. Zach Brown's moving.
4.3.
Nah, not a 4.3. Like 4.5.
I got a friend. I don't even play no more.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Zach Brown and the Zach Brown band are coming after your ass. I ain't bullshit.
What's Zach Brown going to college at?
Zach Brown went to North Carolina.
Ooh, you got...
Hey, listen, don't play with me.
I'm just saying.
Hey, not for real. Let's stop.
You play behind
Let's
that.
just
I'm
stop.
highly pissed off about it.
Let's just stop.
No, I'm not.
Now let's just stop. I'm done. I ain't doing this no more. I ain't doing this no more.
All right, man.
Nah, where did Ben Derek McKinney go to college at?
I don't know that.
Okay, let's go.
Where he go?
Nah, I ain't nothing to talk about.
Yeah, you don't know he can damn himself.
Yeah, I do.
Where he
Yeah, I
go?
do. I ain't nothing to talk about.
What
we talking about? Ain't
He
nothing to talk
don't know.
No.
He don't know.
Yeah, I do.
Where? Google it.
I ain't
You lying about?
I
You
can't-
been lying all day, dog.
I'm not. I'm trying to move on to
Yeah,
number 6.
All right, then.
But now let's go back to Zach Brown. So he bet on himself, Jeff.
He did.
He signed a 1-year deal with the Reds with the Washington
football team.
most
last year.
definitely,
Yeah.
and raised his value. He did just that. $24 million after he had 127 tackles. So sideline to sideline. They haven't had a sideline linebacker since London Fletcher.
Give or take. No.
London Fletcher. Since London Fletcher, for sure. So Zach is there. They had to pay him, man.
Yeah.
They had to pay him, for sure.
Shout out to Zach Brown.
Shout out to Zach Brown and his band.
In his band. Yeah, that's a legend, right?
Yeah, a legend. Yeah. Eyes on me. Zach Brown band. Oh, my bad. Number 6 is Deion
Shout out to
Jones.
Deion.
The Falcons, 23 years old. Wasn't ranked last year. Now, 43 NFL insiders voted on the lineup of the best lineup of NFL players under the age of 25, and Deion Jones was listed as the middle linebacker on that team. So that lets you know, with Miles Jack and Reuben Foster, they were the other linebackers that were mentioned. Deion Jones is a beast. Just an animal.
Monster.
Yeah, no, for sure. So Falcons, what you guys think about, Deion Jones and the way that what he's gonna bring to that team?
To me,
Okay.
they needed it.
Yeah.
He gonna bring that. Like not signing the sideline, just a run stopper.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
and I was trying to hold it back the whole time.
That's
Paul.
okay.
Solid player, man. Definitely gonna move up the list as the year goes.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
They needed a player that played the middle really good.
Mhm.
They got your Big Beasley on
They
the
got
end.
Vic.
Yeah.
They got your boy the corner over there.
Oh, yeah. I always want to call him Asante Samuel, but it's not. It's
He looked like something.
True Font.
True Font.
Yeah.
And so they got your boy in the middle.
Yeah, and then they have Tech McKinley. Then they have a safety. They went to the University of Florida by the name of Keanu Neal.
Yeah, we know.
And then Brian Poole is on the other side of the corner.
Yeah.
Just letting you know where we at.
Ah, shit.
Speaking of college, where did Deion Jones go to college?
Here we go. Here we go.
I'm not playing that game with you.
Okay, it's over with. Okay.
Smooth.
Cameron, he went to LSU, Cameron. Okay. That was it. I'm done now. I'm done. Don't ask me where Eric Kendricks went to college. It's over with.
Okay, speaking of Eric Kendricks, number 5 on our list.
Okay.
26 years old, man. 113 tackles last year. Playing for that, let's say vaunted now. Don't want to say stacked or stout.
Yeah.
He's vaunted defense in Minnesota. Vaunted is funny.
Yeah.
He went to UCLA.
Yeah.
I don't want to play this game at all.
No, leave him alone.
Yeah,
Leave him alone.
I'm not playing this game at all.
I take a joke.
I could definitely take a joke.
Yeah, I'm calling it that Eric Kendricks will be a Pro Bowler in 2018. Minus
Kendricks cold.
Cold.
I know.
Cold.
I'm not
Yeah,
doing that.
for sure. And the reason it doesn't look like it is because all of the other players that are around him, Anthony Barr, you got on the D-line, you got Marcel Darius, you got Everson Griffin, you got now you got Sheldon Richardson on that D-line. Then the corners, it's crazy, man. So it's only so much that you can do playing on a team like that. And Zim got those boys moving.
You look at his progression. Going up in tackles every year. He's played more games every year.
Mm-hmm.
My kind of player.
Yeah, for sure, man. Shout out to Eric Kendricks, man. Should have been a little higher on this list.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, he should have been higher than Dante Hightower, who is our number 4 player on this list with the New England Patriots, 28 years old. Last year he was ranked number 7, and mainly reason that he isn't higher. Well, I don't know if he's higher than the person in front of him, but I think this is his peak right here.
Oh boy.
Dante Hightower only played 5 games last year, but showed how much that he meant to that Patriots defense because they gave up 366 yards per game after he was injured. So in those 11 games, both sides of the field, man, versatile, play inside and outside. He's a beast.
But you don't think he should be?
No, he should. He should be on the list. I never said he should be on the list. I just think Eric Kendricks is a better middle linebacker. It's just me, though.
That's just you.
Yeah.
It's an argument, though.
Yeah, it is.
Let's move on to number.
I am good, yeah.
For the Ravens, Mr. C.J. Mosley,
Sure.
prototypical linebacker, 26, been in the league 4 years, 132 combined tackles last year.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you want your linebacker doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. With Alabama, I knew that. I knew that one.
Yeah.
I knew that one.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, on this guy, I didn't know he was going to be this good. I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Because he was that good in Alabama.
He had good teachers around him, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
I didn't see
yeah.
him being that good.
Yeah, and then you look at C.J. Mosley and you say Ray Allen. I said Ray Allen. Ray Lewis comes out and says it's the best linebacker in football. So not only does he play for the Ravens, but he picked up right where Ray left off. Second team All-Pro 3 times, 3 Pro Bowlers. He's in a contract year this year.
Yep.
Pay this man.
Pay him a little.
Baltimore, pay this man because he's a transitional talent.
Yeah.
He's needed on this team.
And he's consistent.
And durable as hell.
Yeah, playing every game every year. Except for 2016, he missed two games. But
Yeah, it's crazy durable. Yeah, most definitely. Number 2, who should have been number 1?
uh-oh.
Bobby Wagner, the Seattle Seahawks, 28 years old. Last year he was ranked number 6. Bobby Wagner has been the best NFL linebacker for about the last 3.5 years. Just nobody talks about it. Last man standing on the great Seattle defense.
Mm-hmm.
Made first team All-Pro 3 times. Most recently a year ago, where I think was his best NFL season. And there's no way after the season he came out, he's not the best linebacker in football.
Really good.
Yeah.
Like, seriously?
Yeah,
I don't think he's had the best season in the last 3 years.
he said his best season,
You say he's been the best linebacker for the last 3 years.
and he's been the best linebacker to me.
That's not true.
Now, granted, he was playing with Cam Chancellor and Richard Sherman and Earl Thomas and
Mm-hmm.
everybody else on that defense, Michael Bennett. But I'm telling you, Bobby Wagner was the glue on this team, and he's going to show you because he's going to be a beast this year too. I'm telling you, dude, Bobby Wagner's
He can play.
he's a beast.
I don't think he's been in a loop, though. He can play.
Hey, listen, man. And then they got Ken Norton as their DC. So I think it'll be another great year for him. And they're just happy and better pray today because he's under contract until 2019 as well. So, hey, pay that man. He deserves it.
Is it this year for him?
Yeah, and I think his contract is through 2019. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to pay him.
Yeah, they need to.
They're doing a full
makeover.
Yeah.
With all the guys that they, like, 10 Pro Bowl appearances left on your team, he's the best player on defense. I think he's the most important person besides Russell Wilson on the team.
Most definitely. I agree, but I think they have reached a point to where that team had a window.
Right.
They were young. They made the Super Bowl runs. Now they can't pay it right.
And how many games did he play in last year?
By the way?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm going to look it up for you.
Yeah, no, for sure. Because if you compare to the person that's ranked number 1, who missed 6 games.
When?
Last year.
No, sir.
What?
No, sir. He played 15 games.
Luke Kuechly played 15
He missed 6 games 2016.
2016?
Yeah, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we cut out
Yeah, nah, we ain't gonna cut it out. We gotta keep that.
we got
to keep that.
Yeah.
PTO, baby.
I was right.
I'll take a joke. I'll take a joke.
What's that?
He want to move on.
Oh, my bad.
Cameron want to move on.
My bad.
Number 1 is.
Oh, my God. Anyway, number 1, Luke Kuechly.
Yeah.
Not sure why we were discussing this. This is the best linebacker in football.
Arguably.
He's been the most consistent and most.
No. He missed 6 games last year, y'all.
6 games 2016.
That's last year.
He was 16.
Yeah. 16. So this is the thing. Bobby Wagner didn't miss no games that year.
Jay, I've heard you say yourself.
I love Luke Kuechly.
Yeah.
It's my guy. It ain't no question.
Okay.
Bobby Wagner does more, though, for the team.
Yeah, he's good.
He's good.
I don't know if he does more than.
Luke is a beat. Thomas Davis is also out there.
Yeah, for him.
Shaq Thompson is also out there. Shaq Thompson is also out there.
But you count all those players that play with Seattle.
It's true.
Come on, man.
It's true.
That's the least boom.
Yeah, this Luke Kuechly was on every single
play.
Every single.
He's one of the best linebackers that I've seen play.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, he's concussion protocol.
Okay.
All
right.
Yeah.
I mean,
shit. Yeah, come on, man. I'm just saying. And the
You
eye test
gonna
and
count
statistics.
Yeah, you gonna count that against them.
Eye test and statistics. Luke Kuechly, I understand him being number 1. It is not even close, but I'm saying for an argument that Bobby Wagner had a really good 2017, 2018, just as good as Luke Kuechly.
Very good 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
He played 16 games for Bobby Wagner. Only had 97 tackles, though. Oh, he had 133 tackles, 97 total single tackles, 6 to 36. So he had a good season for Bobby Wagner, but he's not Luke Kuechly.
Luke Kuechly's a beast.
Luke Kuechly is that defense.
He is that. I wouldn't say
with
that.
Josh Norman gone.
With Josh Norman gone, you got Thomas Davis there too.
He's solid.
Thomas Davis is really good.
Good player.
Yeah.
But when you game plan, you scheming.
Yeah.
I gotta get away from him.
You better get the hell away.
Yeah.
Bobby Wagner the same way. Todd Gurley, who he sees Bobby Wagner more than he sees Luke Kuechly.
I respect that.
He said easily Bobby Wagner. He said Anthony Barr for the Vikings, and he mentioned of course Luke Kuechly and C.J. Mosley. Those were his guys. But he's fed, of course, if you see a person more,
Twice a season.
right?
Yeah,
exactly. That's our list, man. Number 1, man, Luke Kuechly, arguably. Number 2, Bobby Wagner. Number 3, C.J. Mosley. Number 4 was Dante Hightower. Number 5 was Eric Kendricks. Number 6 was Deion Jones. And number 7, Zach Brown and his band. Honorable mention.
Legend.
Yeah, the legend, Zach Brown. Honorable mention, Alec Ogletree, Blake Martinez, and Bernardic McKinney for the Houston Texans. And that is the NFL Top 7 Series, D Linemen and Linebackers. Next week we have DBs. We got corners and safeties.
Yeah.
Send those lists in.
Yep.
Now we'll have 127 of those.
Almost there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, prima donna positions.
Cornerback
They
safety.
showing up.
Man, people show up for that. We got in case you missed it, because I got one too.
You got one too?
Yeah.
I'm going to circle back with mine.
You gonna circle back? You want me to go first? Pause.
No, I'm circle back with you.
Oh, next year? What are you talking about?
Go ahead, man.
No, I was asking, what do you mean circle back? Do you know what I know what
I was saying 300 pounds of rat meat, man.
Are you circling back 300 pounds of red meat?
Watch out,
That's
man.
a lot, man. That's
300
a
pounds of
lot.
rat meat is in the U.S. as boneless chicken wing.
Yeah, that makes my stomach hurt.
Yeah.
That ain't
I
cool.
can't believe y'all didn't hear about that.
Yeah, I missed that.
I missed that one, bro.
I missed
I'm
that.
sad I did. I already bonus when you know it. But
Yeah, for sure. In case you missed the cameraman, the Arizona Cardinals.
I get it.
No, I promise you, I'm not editing it. The Arizona Cardinals will have a 7-pound gridiron burger. What it has is 5 burger patties, 5 hot dogs, 5 brats, 8 chicken tenders, 8 slices of bacon, 12 ounces of fries, and 20 pieces of American cheese with pickles and tanker sauce on it.
You eat that. You know where you going?
The upper room.
The upper room.
Ain't no question. How much does burger cost you, ass?
Damn.
No, for real. Yeah, that's it. That's how much it costs. It's
What?
$75. Yeah, $75 for that burger. That thing was on the corner. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, cameraman.
$75.
Yeah, $75. I thought you cheated for real. You didn't see that on Twitter? What's that? LinkedIn? Oh,
Black.
$75. That's a burger. Next week, man.
He said,
Corners.
Corner safety.
Corner safeties. FSP style.
Lock down.
Anybody else got something to say before we get out of here? Nah.
Nah.
All right. Well, let's get to the get time. I thought somebody might have something to say.
Yeah, something go ahead.
No, I'm good. Anyway, we good? All right. So tweet us with questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page, on the iTunes page. Please rate and subscribe, but more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend
Tell a friend.
about that Full Sport Press podcast. Weezy,
Everything paid for, baby.
Jeff,
camera's always on, bro.
and the revolution will be podcast. We are out.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Thank you for listening to the Full Sport Press podcast. To catch up on prior episodes, visit the SoundCloud page. And don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend.